It's the El Toro Fuerte, and I'm back. And I wanted to welcome back a friend of mine as well, that Dude Colby. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Those of you who have been around a while know that Colby does some pretty solid deck profiles on Nexus. He's actually moving towards building a physical deck profile or two as well. So I wanted to welcome him back and let him take it from here to show you his very cool Mathmech deck profile.
Hey there everybody, welcome back to another video. It has been a sincere long time, yet I now have the chance. It's still hard for me to make videos, however, I now have the chance to make them, and I just wanted to welcome it back with a deck of mine that I have a lot of fun with. This is Mathmech. This holds dear because, it was back when Christmas for 2019, me and my friend decided to get I got a box of, I believe it was... I don't remember what it was, but it had a bunch of the, oh god, if I were to see them again, I would instantly know the name. Like, if just hearing their effect would make me remember the name. The Witchcrafter, that's what it is. It had a bunch of Witchcrafters in it. And, instead, he gave me a Cyber's deck I didn't have yet, Mathmech. And so I decided to make a more in-depth, deck profile. So let's go ahead and get started. You might notice something. This is the first time in a while that I'm actually running hand traps and actual traps. We're running 2 Nibiru, don't want you to summon anything, 3 Balance Reward, staple 3. This is going to be one of the key cards. 1 Division, very helpful for one of the combos, however, putting a 3 is kind of just bricking yourself. 3 Sigma, absurdly powerful. Well, if I have no monsters in the extra monster zone, which... focusing on Synchro XCs, that's very easy with them. I can special summon this card from my hand or graveyard, but banish them when it leaves the field. Also, you can have special monsters for the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except Cyber's monsters. Not a big deal. You can only use the effect as Sigma once per turn, and if this is a tuner, but it's a non-tuner if I'm using it for a Mathmech monster. It can be either or. Very helpful for later down the line. Triple copies of Mathmech Nabla. Again, very busted card. During 1 Cyber's monster, special summon 1 Mathmech monster from your deck. This card sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Cyber's monster you control in the extra monster zone. It can make up 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase this turn. That reminds me, I didn't tell you Division's effect. Division, tribute 1 Cyber's monster you control in the extra monster zone, special summon up to 1 level 4 Cyber's monster, each from your hand and graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 face-up monster in the field, its attack becomes halved until the end of its turn. It can be helpful when we're using Billion Blade. Triple copies of Subdra. You can target 1 face-up monster in the field. You can have special monsters that deck for this turn except Cyber's monsters. Special summon this card, and the target monster loses 1,000 attack. You can only use each effect of Subdra once per turn. Then there's Mathmech Addition. Basically the same thing, but with instead of losing 1,000 attack, it gains 1,000 attack. I run 3 of Subtraction and 2 of Addition, mostly just because I see myself using Subtraction more against my opponent's monsters rather than Addition on my own. 2 Multiplication, kind of a brick, however, he's one of the key cards for killing. You can target 1 level 4 Cyber's monster you control, it becomes level 8 until the end of its turn. Very helpful for when you're synchro summoning. You can target 1 Cyber's monster you control in the extra monster zone when this card is sent to the graveyard, and if you do, its attack becomes doubled. I don't think I need to explain you why that's deadly. Double copies of Ash, don't want you to do anything special. 2 Effect Failure, is kind of hard picking out a new hand trap, however, you can see at the bottom, I have other plans for it. You can run Kaijus, Ghost Ogre. I just chose Effect Failure because I thought, Effect Failure has one of my favorite effects. Just make your opponent stop. Triple copies of Equation. Basically, Monster Reborn, however, with my own monster. And on top of that, gains 1,000 attack. Triple Signet Mining. The Cyber's deck. This is the usual. 1 Foolish Burial. In case I used a Billion Blade on my multiplication, I can actually use Foolish Burial to send a Division beforehand. Or whatever I need to get out, I can use it as Sigma, special Sigma, use a Nabla, make attack twice, use it for whatever I need. Double copies of Twin Twisters. Reason why this is not at 3 is mostly because this deck has okay potential going first, but has amazing potential going second, and we typically don't want duels to last long, so this is why it's only at 2. Kind of hold off what we can. Triple copies of Billion Blade Naida. Equip only to a Cyberse monster. The equipped monster battles an opponent's monster. During damage calculation, you can send one Mathmech monster from your deck to the graveyard. The equipped monster gains stack equal to the sent monster stack until the end of the turn, even if the card leaves the field. And then if this card is sent from the spell and trap zone to the graveyard, you can target one Mathmech card in your graveyard except Mathmech Million Blade Naida, add it to your hand. Very good graveyard effect. On top of that, the effect to basically OTK, very helpful. Triple copies and permanents. You may realize Mathmech doesn't have any negates, but we are getting a new one. I want to see, did they put it in? Yeah, they did. Here it is. We're getting a new tuner coming out, Diameter. When this card is Noble Summon, you target one level 4 Cyberse monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but it cannot be activated its effects. A Mathmech Synchro or Xyz monster that was summoned using this card in the field as material gains its effect. You can only use each of the preceding effects of Diameter once per turn. Once turn, when this card special summoned, your opponent activates card effect, quick effect, negate it. Not bad, however, it could have been a lot better. At least in my eyes. And double copies of Superfractal. Target up to 3 Mathmech monsters graveyard with different names, and then activate one. Special summon them, but their effects are negated. Then synchro summon to a Mathmech single monster. Instead of sending the cards to the graveyard, they go back into the deck. And then the same, except for Xyz summoning, negate their effects and put them back in the deck. Well, equip them then because they go to grave. For the extra deck, I know I really shouldn't have these at 3, however, I just love the card itself that I found it bad if I didn't put them at 3. Triple copies of Final Sigma. It's unaffected by card effects except Mathmech cards while it's in the extra monster zone. This card in the extra monster zone battles an opponent's monster. Any battle damage inflicts to your opponent is doubled. Mathmech multiplication, but twice. If this card is destroyed by battle, or it is destroyed by opponent's card effect, you can target one Mathmech card in your deck and add it to your hand. Instant search when it's popped, and one of the strongest monsters I've really ever seen. Pure offensively, that is. Really good effect. Mathmech Magma. I'm seeing a lot of use of this with the new Master Rules. I'm hoping it stays with Synchros, but when this card destroys a monster by battle, you can target up to 2 cards your opponent controls to destroy them. If this card is destroyed by battle, or this card in your position is destroyed by opponent's card effect, you can add one Mathmech spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Really good grave effect. And on top of that, 2,500 to instantly pop 2 when it destroys a card. Not too bad. Probably the best search I've ever seen. Primathic Albertian. I'm always going to say that name wrong. It takes 2+ level 4 monsters, can take up to 4. You can contribute 1 monster, special summon 1 level 4 Mathmech monster from your hand or graveyard. If this card is Xyz summoned, you can detach 2 4 materials from this card and activate one of the appropriate effects. If you detach 2, add 1 Mathmech card from your deck to your hand. Any Mathmech card. Yeah, with only 2 materials. If you detach 3, you can add any level 4 monster from your deck to your hand. If you use 4, add 1 spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Getting with 4 materials is going to be rare. However, if you have a deck that can do it, I suggest you run this card solely so you can just add any spell or trap you need. Very good effect. We run 1 copy of Mech Knight Crusade Avermax just in case we need to get some removal. 1 Appaloosa, shout out to El Toro Fuerte. He's kind of the reason I added this card in just for a little bit of fun. 2 copies of Cyberse Witkid. This card's part of the combo. This card's link summon. It cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Cyberse monsters card points to cannot be destroyed by card effects. If a monster is special summon to his own while this card points to while you control this monster, except during damage step, you can banish 1 Cyberse monster from your graveyard and add 1 Cyberse tuner from your deck to your hand. 1 copy of IP Masquerena. Go into the Avermax. 1 copy of Link Devote. His card special summon for this turn. You cannot link summon Link 3 or higher Link monsters. If his co-link card is distributed, you can special summon with 2 Link tokens. Level 1 attack and defense 0, Cyberse Light. You only use each effect of Devote once per turn. Link Disciple. You contribute 1 monster its card points to, draw 1 card, then place 1 card from your hand onto the bottom of the deck. And then Link Rebo. He was one of my first Link monsters I ever had when I got back in, so it's nice to have him in here. For the side deck, we just have a various amount of Kaijus. Obviously go with Glemysil, the Sea Turtle Kaiju, but I kind of add the other one just kind of more art. The new card that came out, Parallel Exceed. I know I'm gonna add this on my Cyber Sex. It is so powerful. This card is special summon by the effect of Parallel Exceed. It becomes level 4, and its original attack comes halved. You can each of the following effects on this turn. If you link summon, you can special summon this card from your hand to your zone link monster points to. If this card is no longer special summon, you can special 1 Parallel Exceed from your deck. So if I link summon Link 1, I can instantly get another 2 monsters, then pop into a Link 3. That's just so absurd. I know for a fact this is. I think I put a 2 of my salad deck in here, or maybe 3. I can't remember exactly. 2 copies of Ghost Ogre. Hey, more hand traps, very good effect. The other Mathmech monster. The other Mathmech Xyz monster. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Probably Mathmech Lavlesian. I don't know. It takes 3 level 4 monsters slash Mathmech card or cards you control will be destroyed by a card effect. You can detach one material from this card instead. Very good protection. This card is XC summon. You can detach up to 3 materials from it, and you choose that many effects. You can't choose the same effect twice, sadly. And here's all of them in listed order, skipping any that were not chosen. Send 1 random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. Send 1 monster from your opponent controls to the graveyard, and send 1 spell or trap your opponent controls to the graveyard. Very good if you're looking for like a control variant. However, I'm going for a more aggressive variant. The Interrupted Kaiju Slumber destroys main monster field possible, then special summon in attack position 2 Kaiju monsters with different names from your deck, 1 on each side, but they cannot change battle positions and must attack if able. During your main phase, except turn this card to the graveyard, banish this card to your graveyard, add 1 Kaiju monster from your deck to your hand. Again, mostly used for like a control variant. That's why we have this one in here. And then 2 copies of Call by the Grave. I'm not sure what the last card was. I looked in and it was just gone. I'm pretty sure it was just a third copy of Called by the Grave, but no harm, no done. Let's go ahead and we'll get this started.